Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully because this message could change your life. There are things in your home right now, things you bought, things you were gifted, things you thought were harmless, that could be the reason you're facing chaos, confusion, and spiritual oppression. These objects are not just decorations or entertainment, they are gateways to something much darker. You see, not everything is as innocent as it seems. Some items are designed with spiritual intent, carrying energy that can shift the atmosphere of your home. You might wonder why you feel restless, why nightmares keep visiting you, why strange things keep happening. Well, look around you. Some symbols, some books, some idols. These things are not just cultural or artistic expressions. They carry a history, a purpose, and sometimes a curse. They were created in rituals dedicated to forces that do not wish you well. And when you bring them into your home, you invite those same forces into your life. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you so you can take action. Walk through your home. Look at what's on your walls, in your shelves, even in your wardrobe. Ask yourself, where did this come from? What does it represent? How does it make me feel? If something carries a dark history or gives you an uneasy feeling, trust your spirit. Get rid of it. But hear me, removing the object is just step one. You must also replace it with something greater, something filled with light, something that brings peace and divine protection into your home. Fill your space with things that uplift, inspire, and bring you closer to the presence of goodness. Because at the end of the day, your home should be a sanctuary, not a battleground. The choice is yours. Will you keep what holds you back, or will you clear the way for peace, clarity, and true spiritual freedom? The time to cleanse is now. Everything in existence carries energy, whether it's a living being, a natural object, or a man-made item. Everything holds a vibration, an imprint of its history, purpose, and the intentions behind it. This concept is not just spiritual, but also scientific. Quantum physics suggests that everything is made up of energy, constantly interacting and influencing the space around it. When we talk about objects carrying energy, we are referring to the unseen force they hold, which can be positive, neutral, or negative. The way an object absorbs and emits energy depends on where it came from, how it was used, and the emotions or intentions attached to it. Consider an antique piece of furniture passed down for generations. While to some it may seem like just an old chair or table, to others it carries a strong presence. Some people might feel warmth and nostalgia when near it, while others might feel an unexplainable heaviness. This is because the object has absorbed the energy of those who have used it before. If that chair was owned by someone who lived a joyful life, it may carry a comforting presence. But if it was part of a tragic past, it may hold sorrow, fear, or even anger. Similarly, an object that was part of a ritual or event filled with intense emotions can hold on to that energy and continue to radiate it long after the event has passed. Objects in our daily lives constantly absorb and release energy. Think about a personal item that has sentimental value, such as a wedding ring, a childhood toy, or a gift from a loved one. These objects don't just exist physically, they also hold memories and emotions. When you touch them, you can feel a connection to the past, a sense of familiarity and meaning. The reason for this is that the object has been with you during significant moments, absorbing your emotions and experiences. This is why people often feel attached to certain possessions, even when they are no longer practical or useful. On the other hand, some objects can make you feel uneasy without any logical explanation. You might walk into a room and immediately sense discomfort, or pick up an item and feel a strange heaviness. This isn't just imagination. It's an energetic response. Items that have been used in negative ways, whether in harmful rituals, conflicts, or with ill intent, can retain the energy of those actions. This is why some cultures and spiritual traditions emphasize cleansing new or secondhand objects before bringing them into a home. Even if an item looks beautiful or expensive, its energy may not align with your well-being. Certain symbols and artifacts are intentionally designed to hold and direct energy. Many ancient cultures believed in the power of symbols, using them for protection, healing, or even control. Some symbols were created to attract good fortune, while others were designed for darker purposes. The same principle applies to modern objects, including books, paintings, and jewelry. Some of these items are crafted with specific spiritual or occult meanings, and whether or not the owner is aware of it, they can influence the environment in which they are placed. A person may unknowingly bring an object into their home that carries an energy opposite to what they desire, leading to disturbances or a change in atmosphere. In some cases, energy can be intentionally transferred to objects. This happens in rituals, prayers, or even in moments of strong emotional intensity. For example, a handwritten letter from a loved one carries the energy of the writer. A musician's instrument absorbs the passion and emotion of every performance. In contrast, an object used in a dark or negative ritual will hold on to that energy and continue to radiate it. This is why items from unknown or questionable sources should be handled with caution. Even mass-produced objects carry energy, though in a different way. Factories where objects are made hold an energy of their own. If workers in a factory are treated poorly, if there is suffering or exploitation, the products made in that environment may carry the energy of distress. This is why some handmade items feel different from machine-made ones. An item crafted with love, patience, and good intention will feel different from one made in an environment of stress and negativity. Material also plays a role in how energy is absorbed and retained. Natural materials like wood, stone, and metal have a stronger ability to hold energy compared to synthetic materials. This is why ancient temples and sacred sites often used stone structures. They hold the vibrations of centuries of prayer and intention. Similarly, items made of natural materials often feel more alive than plastic or artificial substances. The placement of objects in a space also affects the flow of energy. In feng shui, an ancient Chinese practice, objects are arranged in a way that promotes harmony and balance. Certain items placed in specific areas of a home can enhance prosperity, health, or relationships. Conversely, clutter and disorganized spaces can trap stagnant energy, leading to feelings of stress and unease. A room filled with broken or unused items can create an environment where energy does not flow freely, leading to a sense of heaviness. This is why regular cleansing of objects and spaces is important. Just as we clean our physical surroundings, we should also cleanse the energy of our belongings. Some cultures use incense, salt, sound, or prayers to clear negative energy from objects. Sunlight is also known to purify and recharge items, while running water can wash away unwanted energies. When an object feels heavy or uncomfortable, cleansing it with positive intention can help reset its energy. However, in some cases, certain items may need to be removed entirely if their energy is too strong or harmful. Many people underestimate the impact objects have on their mental and spiritual well-being. A home filled with meaningful, positive items can uplift and inspire, while a home filled with chaotic and negative energy can drain and disturb. Being mindful of what we bring into our spaces and how we interact with our belongings can make a significant difference in our overall state of mind. It's not just about removing things that feel wrong. It's about intentionally surrounding ourselves with things that bring peace, joy, and positive energy. Understanding that objects carry energy allows us to take control of our environment. It enables us to make conscious choices about what we keep, what we remove, and how we maintain the energy of our spaces. Whether through daily interactions, sentimental value, or spiritual significance, the things around us are never just objects. They are energetic influences that shape our lives. Symbols have been used throughout history to communicate ideas, beliefs, and spiritual principles. They are not just decorative marks or random designs. They hold meaning, intention, and in many cases, power. Every culture, religion, and secret society has developed symbols that represent deeper truths, guiding forces, and even supernatural connections. Some symbols are used for protection and enlightenment, while others are designed as doorways to unseen realms. Understanding symbols and their significance is crucial because they can act as gateways, portals that invite energy, influence, and even spiritual entities into our lives and spaces. A symbol is more than just an image. It carries an energetic imprint. When a symbol is created, whether drawn, carved, or worn, it serves as a focal point for energy. Many ancient civilizations understood this and used symbols to channel specific forces. Egyptian hieroglyphs were not just a writing system. They were believed to hold magical properties, influencing reality itself. Similarly, in Hinduism and Buddhism, certain mandalas and yantras are used as tools for meditation and spiritual transformation, believed to connect practitioners to higher consciousness. However, just as there are symbols meant to uplift and protect, there are also those designed to open doors to darker influences. Throughout history, symbols have been used in rituals to invoke deities, spirits, or other supernatural forces. In many cases, these symbols act as signatures, calling upon the presence of whatever they represent. This is why, in many spiritual traditions, the use of specific symbols is reserved for those who understand their significance. For example, in occult practices, certain sigils are created with the intention of summoning entities or altering reality through hidden knowledge. Whether one believes in these practices or not, the fact remains that countless people throughout history have used them with serious intent, and their repeated use gives them power. A symbol that has been used in thousands of rituals becomes charged with energy. Making it more than just a design, it becomes a conduit. Modern society is filled with symbols, many of which people do not fully understand. Some of these symbols originate from ancient traditions, while others have been adapted for new purposes. They appear in logos, jewelry, tattoos, and artwork, sometimes hidden in plain sight. Many corporations and organizations use symbols with deep esoteric meanings, often drawing from ancient knowledge that the average person is unaware of. Some believe this is intentional, as symbols can subtly influence people's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without them realizing it. Advertisers understand that symbols carry subconscious power, and they use them to evoke trust, desire, and connection. However, beyond marketing, there is a more profound truth. Some symbols serve as spiritual markers, attracting specific energies into the spaces where they are placed. Symbols do not need to be physically drawn to have power. They can exist in thought and intention. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of visualization, where focusing on a symbol in the mind can produce real effects. This is why meditative practices often involve imagining sacred symbols, as they are believed to align the mind with higher states of being. However, the same principle applies to symbols used for darker purposes. Those who engage in occult or ritualistic practices often visualize symbols to create energetic pathways, sometimes opening doors to forces beyond human understanding. When these symbols are placed in a home, on clothing, or even in digital form, they continue to function as energetic anchors, connecting to whatever they were designed to represent. Many people unknowingly bring symbols into their lives without understanding their origins. They may buy decorative items, jewelry, or even clothing with symbols that have deep spiritual implications. Some symbols that seem trendy or artistic may have been used in rituals for centuries, carrying energies that do not align with the owner's intentions. This is why certain items can bring a shift in atmosphere. Some symbols invite protection and peace, while others attract chaos and unrest. People who experience unexplainable disturbances in their homes sometimes find that removing specific symbolic items brings immediate relief. This suggests that symbols are not just passive images, but active forces shaping the energy around them. Gateways, in a spiritual sense, are openings between different realms of existence. In many belief systems, the physical world is not the only reality. There are spiritual dimensions that interact with human life in unseen ways. Symbols can act as keys, unlocking these gateways and allowing influence from other realms. Some ancient cultures built entire structures designed as spiritual gateways, aligning them with celestial events to connect with higher forces. Similarly, symbols carved into these structures were not merely decorative. They were meant to activate the space energetically. In modern times, the concept of gateways is often associated with technology and media. Digital symbols, codes, and even certain imagery used in films and music videos can carry energetic significance. Some argue that the repeated exposure to specific symbols in entertainment serves to normalize them, subtly aligning people's minds with certain frequencies. This is why in various traditions, people are warned about what they expose themselves to, as even seemingly harmless symbols can carry hidden meanings. Symbols placed in specific locations hold even greater power. In ritual settings, symbols are often arranged in patterns to enhance their effectiveness. A single symbol may have meaning, but when combined with others in a particular formation, its influence can be amplified. This is why sacred geometry plays a role in many spiritual practices. certain shapes and alignments create energetic pathways that affect the environment and those within it. There are also symbols that act as protective seals, preventing negative forces from entering a space. Many cultures have used such symbols on doorways, clothing, and personal belongings to safeguard against harmful influences. These symbols function as barriers, repelling unwanted energies while reinforcing positive ones. However, just as there are protective symbols, there are also symbols meant to break barriers and invite energies in. Some symbols are intentionally used in rituals to weaken spiritual defenses, making a person or place more vulnerable to external forces. Understanding the power of symbols and their role as gateways allows individuals to make conscious choices about what they allow into their lives. While some symbols carry positive, uplifting energy, others may serve as doorways to unseen influences that do not align with a person's well-being. By being aware of the symbols around them and their meanings, people can take control of their environment, ensuring that the energies they invite are those that support peace, clarity, and spiritual growth. Spiritual cleansing is an essential practice for maintaining balance, clarity, and protection in one's life. Just as people clean their physical bodies and living spaces, they must also cleanse themselves spiritually to remove negative energy and maintain a healthy connection to positive forces. Every person interacts with various energies daily, some uplifting and some draining, whether from interactions with others, exposure to certain environments, or even internal struggles. Energy accumulates over time, affecting emotions, thoughts, and overall well-being. Without regular spiritual cleansing, this buildup can lead to feelings of heaviness, confusion, or even a sense of being stuck in life. Energy is not just something that exists in theory. It influences every aspect of life. Just as a cluttered room can make it difficult to focus, a cluttered spiritual field can create obstacles in one's path. People often notice that after being in certain places or around specific individuals, they feel drained, irritated, or anxious. This is because energy transfers from one person or space to another, and not all energy is beneficial. Some environments hold lingering negativity due to past events, strong emotions, or even intentional spiritual activity. When people spend time in such places, they may unknowingly absorb that energy, carrying it with them and experiencing its effects later. There are also objects that can hold and transfer energy. Items that have been in negative situations, such as objects used in rituals, antiques with unknown histories, or gifts given with bad intentions, can carry energy that affects their surroundings. But without spiritual cleansing, these objects can act as sources of negativity, subtly influencing emotions, thoughts, and even physical health. Many cultures and traditions recognize this and have methods for purifying objects before bringing them into a home. Burning certain herbs, using water, or praying over an item are common ways to clear unwanted energy and ensure that only positive forces remain. Thoughts and emotions also generate energy that can accumulate over time. When a person experiences stress, anger, or sadness frequently, these emotions can linger in their space, creating a heavy atmosphere. Just as an argument can change the mood of a room instantly, repeated negative emotions can leave an imprint that lingers. This is why some places feel peaceful and welcoming, while others feel tense or unsettling, even without an obvious reason. Spiritual cleansing helps to reset the energy of a space, removing the lingering emotional residue and restoring harmony. One of the most common sources of negative energy comes from personal experiences and interactions. Arguments, betrayals, disappointments, and even unspoken tensions can leave an imprint on a person's spiritual state. Over time, these energies build up, making it harder to experience joy, peace, and clarity. Many people feel stuck in cycles of negativity without realizing that their energy field has become congested. Spiritual cleansing helps to break these cycles, allowing fresh energy to flow and creating space for new opportunities and positive experiences. Certain habits and behaviors can also attract unwanted energy. Engaging in gossip, consuming violent or disturbing content, or surrounding oneself with negative influences can gradually shift one's spiritual state. People often underestimate the effect of what they listen to, watch, and speak about. Words carry energy. and repeatedly engaging in negative conversations can invite that same energy into one's life. Cleansing involves not only removing existing negativity, but also being mindful of what is allowed to enter in the first place. Just as one would not drink contaminated water, one should be cautious about the spiritual influences they absorb daily. Dreams and the subconscious mind are also affected by spiritual energy. Many people experience nightmares, restlessness, or unexplained fears that seem to have no logical source. This can sometimes be linked to spiritual imbalances or unresolved energy within their environment. Cleansing before sleep, whether through prayer, meditation, or other rituals, can help protect against unwanted influences and create a peaceful state of mind. Just as a person locks their doors at night for physical safety, spiritual protection is also necessary to guard against unseen disturbances. Certain practices have been used for centuries to cleanse spiritual energy. Water is a powerful tool, often used in religious and spiritual rituals for purification. Many traditions emphasize the importance of bathing or washing in specific ways to remove negative influences. Similarly, fire in the form of candles or burning herbs is believed to purify spaces by dispelling darkness and bringing light. Sound is another method, as chanting bells or certain frequencies can break up stagnant energy and restore balance. These methods are not just rituals, but tools that align with natural laws of energy and transformation. The presence of specific objects can also influence spiritual energy. Some materials, such as salt, crystals, or sacred symbols, are believed to absorb or deflect negativity. People throughout history have placed protective items in their homes, worn them as jewelry, or carried them to maintain spiritual balance. However, objects alone are not enough. Intention is key. A person must actively engage in spiritual cleansing, setting clear intentions for what they want to remove and what they want to invite into their lives. Simply placing an object in a room without understanding its purpose will not be as effective as using it with awareness and faith. Spiritual cleansing is not just about removing negativity, it is also about creating an environment where positive energy can thrive. Just as a garden must be cleared of weeds before new plants can grow, the spiritual field must be cleared to allow blessings, peace, and clarity to enter. Many people find that after cleansing, they feel lighter, more focused, and even experience positive changes in their circumstances. This is because energy influences reality, and when blockages are removed, life begins to flow more smoothly. Neglecting spiritual cleansing can lead to gradual shifts that affect all areas of life. Relationships may feel strange, motivation may decrease, and a general sense of dissatisfaction can settle in. Many people try to change external circumstances without realizing that their internal and spiritual state plays a major role in shaping their experiences. Regular cleansing ensures that negativity does not accumulate, allowing for a life of greater peace, balance, and alignment with positive forces.